What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to a daily dose of transfer gossip. Today's the start of a brand new week, and the date is going to be the 25th of July. And over the last 2 or 3 days, the transfer window itself has been very dull in terms of confirmed deals. There's honestly not been too much going on, but luckily there is still a lot of good juicy rumours to get through to kind of cover today guys. So before you get any further, as always, if you can smash 1,000 fires likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, click subscribe button for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me your thoughts on today's rumours I should do in the next episode. And if missed yesterday's video, then down below in that description box guys, 8 AM transfers anywhere after 9 PM is the second video of the day. And apologies if I do sound a little bit tired, I'm currently running on 2.5 hours sleep. So let's start off then today with the confirmed deals. And first up, we've got Marcelo Lorondo going to River Plate. That's from CA Rosario for £2.55 million. Looks like a really dodgy silver card to be honest, nothing too spectacular, and he's born in 1988, so not a youngster either. Then we go on to Enes Ünal, I think that's how you say his name, the young Turkish striker from Man City. They bought him last year I believe, and then loaned him out to a Belgian club last season as well, and now has gone to FC Twente in the Eredivisie on a loan deal yet again. So I imagine he's definitely one for the future, being born in 1997. I'll be interested to see how he develops. Then we go on to Emmanuel Nsua today. I think it's Emiliano Nsua's brother going to Racing. It's Racing Club from Udinese on a loan deal in the Argentinian league. Then we go on to Stefan Sperania, I think his name is, a French centre-back going to Auxerre from Marseille on a loan deal. Then we've got a contract extension for Granit Xhaka's brother, Toulon. See, I think his name is Toulon Xhaka. He's got a new deal until 2021 at FC Basel. And finally today, we've got Kolo Touré going to Celtic on a free transfer from Liverpool. Well, technically he was released at the end of last month, so he was actually without a club, and obviously again was a free transfer. I think he'd do absolutely fine for Celtic. He was really good for us last season. When he came in, definitely done the job, and I imagine will do well reunited with Brendan Rodgers. Then we got on to potential transfers today. And first up, it's not actually a transfer, but it's to do with Martial. Or Martial, depends how you actually want to say it. So it's actually regarding a squad number instead of a transfer. And apparently, obviously everyone knows now, Ibrahimovic is United's new number 9. And Martial's reaction to this is actually kind of a little bit childish, because he's actually unfollowed United on all social media now, including Twitter and Instagram, I believe. And it's all to do with the number apparently, because he's just started up his own brand called AM9. So Mourinho came in, then he gave Ibra the number 9 shirt. Apparently didn't actually inform Martial. It's obviously caused a little bit of a stir regarding his new branding. So I think it's a little bit childish still over just a squad number. Now we go on to Nabil Bentaleb today, linked to Benfica. This is according to Record. They're saying Benfica are plotting a season-long loan move for Tottenham midfielder Nabil Bentaleb after the Algeria international fell down the pecking order at White Hart Lane. And if I'm correct, Spurs have left behind like 4 or 5 players to not go on the pre-season tour and are probably looking for moves elsewhere, and Bentaleb was on that list. Just a few seasons ago he was a starter, but now obviously Eric died, Dele Alli and stuff, they're definitely holding their own. Then we go on to Kieran Trippier today, again a Spurs player linked to a move away, this time to Southampton. Southampton are considering a bid for Spurs fullback Kieran Trippier according to the Daily Star. The former Burnley man was second choice to Kyle Walker last season, and the Saints reportedly believe a £5 million offer could tempt Spurs to sell him. If I remember correctly, I think Trippier actually went to Spurs on a free transfer from Burnley just last summer, so £5 million is £5 million profit instantly for Spurs, and I imagine they'd definitely consider it. I'm not sure whether he'd actually start at Southampton or not, because they've currently got that Cedric. I think his name is like Cedric Suarez, but he's a Portuguese international, obviously won Euro 2016 this summer, so I'm assuming he's probably in a similar situation as he is right now, probably as a backup fullback. Then we go on to Alex Pritchard today, another Spurs player linked to a move away. So this one is according to Gameiro today, and they're saying that Swansea City are considering an £8 million offer for Spurs midfielder Alex Pritchard after he's left out of Spurs pre-season tour party, along with the likes of obviously Bentaleb. Over the last 2 seasons, he has had 2 loan deals. First up is Brentford 2 seasons ago, which I think he actually played a lot, and last season was at West Brom in the Premier League, but I don't think played at all really. Or if he did play, I didn't actually hear anything about it, so £8 million, they'd probably get their man. Now we go on to Mario Gomez today. He's been linked to Barcelona as of late, and obviously Besiktas, he's not returning there. He's currently owned by Fiorentina, apparently has agreed deals to go to Borussia Dortmund. So according to CalcioMercato.com, Dortmund have reportedly reached an agreement with the agents of Mario Gomez over a possible move to the club. Apparently the Turkish Chambers had an option to sign the 30-year-old striker on a permanent basis for just €1,000, but obviously Gomez has decided against return to Turkey, and currently apparently they'd accept anywhere between €5 to €10 million. Apparently Fiorentina are trying to cut down their wage bill quite a bit, and I imagine Mario Gomez is on a fair amount. The former Bayern Munich star joined Fiorentina 3 years ago now, but has only managed to score 7 goals in 29 games. And that is all down to injury. Last season in Turkey was his first season in about 3 years where he's not actually picked up a bad injury, and fair play to him, he's got back on track, obviously done well for Germany at Euro 2016. He's a natural goal scorer. And now we move on to Charles Nzogbia today. According to Northern Echo, former Aston Villa midfielder Charles Nzogbia has been included in the Sunderland squad for their pre-season tour of France as he closes in on a permanent move to the Stadium of Light. As of right now, I think he's actually a free agent, so obviously without a club, and I think he's been training with Sunderland as well for the last couple of weeks, so he could potentially be David Moyes' first signing. Then we go on to Adnan Januzaj today, another player linked to Sunderland from United. According to Daily Mail today, new Sunderland manager David Moyes is keen to bring Manchester United winger Adnan Januzaj to the North East and is set to make an inquiry as to his availability. So when he initially broke into the United team, there's a lot of hype about him because he had a few good games here and there, scored a couple of nice goals, but since then has kind of gone downhill quite badly. He struggled to get any game time really at United, and I don't think played too much whatsoever at Borussia Dortmund last season either, so he's a player that's looking to get first team football and regain some confidence. Then we go on to Adriano today, linked to Besiktas. Turkish giants Besiktas have claimed they're in negotiations with Barcelona defender Adriano, saying Besiktas has started negotiations with Barca for Adriano Correa over the transfer of the player. And I've essentially just said the same thing twice then, but it's basically what is written in front of me. So the left back currently is available after Barca signed Lucas Digne from PSG. He's also linked to Lazio in the Serie A. Then we go on to Alexander Kolarov today, linked to Galatasaray. So this is according to Hurriyet.com, I believe, and they're saying Galatasaray are hopeful of sealing a loan move for Man City fullback Alexander Kolarov and will offer the Etihad side €1 million for this season-long loan. On top of that, Kolarov will also get €2 million in wages. So as of right now, it's looking like Kolarov and also Zabaleta will be getting sold or loaned out this summer by Man City, which is quite a surprise given you go back 2 seasons ago, they're actually their starting fullbacks. Then we go on to Yaya Toure today. It's actually regarding like 3 or 4 City players. Actually, even more than that. According to Daily Mirror today, Pep Guardiola's transfer plans are being hampered by the contract status of several Man City fringe players. City have 7 players entering the final year of their contracts, and players are Yaya Toure, Fernandinho, Pablo Zabaleta, Gael Clichy, Jesus Navas, Bakary Sagna and Willy Caballero, many of whom are prime candidates to sell in order to boost Guardiola's transfer kitty. And most of them players, in particular Yaya Toure, are on massive wages right now and also have loyalty bonuses. And what loyalty bonuses essentially are is if you stay for the club and you also see out every single year on the contract till the very end. So they get a reward for that, and it's usually quite a big amount. And it's pretty similar to what happened with Ibra at United because they had to wait a little bit for him to be announced because PSG, they actually owed him quite a bit of money because if he stayed out the whole year of his contract or whole years of his contract, he got a massive payoff. And apparently, that's proven really hard for City to actually sell these players alone. And now we've gone to the Polish goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny, according to Sky Sports Italia. Roma have struck a deal with Arsenal to see goalkeeper Szczesny return to the Stadio Olimpico on loan for another season. The Gunners will pay some of his wages, but not all of them, as obviously there is currently a percentage split. Then we go on to Ciro Immobile today, I think how you say his name, apparently on his way to Lazio. So Ciro Immobile is set for medical with Lazio after the Serie A club agreed a fee with Sevilla, and the quote says, "Let's have the medical first and we'll talk." I'm in good shape and Lazio were my first choice. Again, this is a quote from Ciro Immobile. So apparently also Lazio reportedly paying €9 million, including bonuses for the Italy international. And since moving to Borussia Dortmund a couple of seasons ago from Torino, he really has struggled and hopefully he can get his goal scoring form back. Then we go on to Nemanja Matic today, apparently a very high target for Juve. And it's very short and sweet, but it's not the first time he has been linked to Juventus. So they're basically saying that Juve, they currently have Matic as a top of their wish list because of Paul Pogba leaving. And with Chelsea signing Kante, there is going to be a little bit of speculation regarding Matic's future at the club. Then we go on to Luciano Vieta today, linked to Barcelona again. So Atletico Madrid and Barcelona yet to reach an agreement over a transfer of Vieto, according to AS. A report in Spain on Saturday had suggested that the two clubs had agreed a €22 million deal, which would see the Argentine forward head to the Camp Nou. However, Atletico sources have actually been in contact with AS and said no agreement is in place between the two clubs. I've mentioned this the last couple of days with Van Persie, Mario Gomez and stuff, but Barca boss Luis Enrique is looking to bring in a new striker as backup to Messi, Neymar and Suarez. And Barca are also linked to the next guy, which is going to be Kevin Gameiro of Sevilla, according to Sport at least. Barca are set to announce the signing of Kevin Gameiro from Sevilla after reaching a deal with their La Liga rivals. This again though is according to Sport, and Atletico Madrid have been linked a lot of him recently, so I'm assuming they're probably still in for the hunt for him, but either way, Gameiro would be a great backup. Then we go on to John Stones today, linked to Man City. It's not actually just him though. According to Sunday Express today, Man City have 2 more targets they want to sign before the start of the season. Everton's John Stones and also this man, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. The pair will cost them over £100 million, obviously £50 million for John Stones and I imagine over 50 or probably 60 for Aubameyang. And how mad would that be? Aubameyang and also Aguero up front, but I don't think the latter will happen, but I think John Stones, I think he'll definitely be a City player at some point this summer. Then we go on to Bruno Martins Indy today, linked to Everton. According to multiple different sources today, Everton are weighing up a £12.5 million bid for Porto defender Martins Indy, with John Stones set to move to Man City. The defender that can play centre-back and also left-back has made 71 appearances for the Portuguese side since joining from Feyenoord in July 2014. And for some reason, I just saw that picture of the World Cup where his eyes went absolutely crazy for Netherlands. Now we go on to Mauro Icardi today, linked to Napoli. So according to Gazzetta dello Sport today, Inter Milan striker and reported Arsenal target Icardi is in talks with Napoli over a possible big money move, according again to Gazzetta. Napoli are currently in the market for a potential replacement for 36-goal striker Higuain, who's apparently edging very much closer now to a move to Juventus for 90 million euros. And Gazzetta also report that Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis, I think his name is, met with Icardi's entourage yesterday to discuss terms of the deal. And the rumoured fee to Arsenal is around £45 million. Then we go on to finally Diego Costa linked to Atletico Madrid, but apparently there's a little bit of a U-turn in this one. So according to Gameiro today, Atletico Madrid have not given up hope of re-signing Chelsea striker Diego Costa, with the Blues also weighing up a third bid for Real Madrid's Alvaro Morata. And the way I personally see it, if Morata does come into Chelsea, I think Costa is definitely a goner, because they've obviously bought Batshuayi in as well, and it just puts them down the pecking order ever so slightly, guys. So there is all today's potential transfers, as well as the confirmed stuff at the very beginning. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, smash the like button. 1,000 fire likes would be absolutely awesome. If you're to my channel, class the subscribe button for daily FIFA content. The comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours, whereas I should do in the next episode. And if you missed yesterday's video, down below in that description box, guys. You know the schedule, 8 AM is transfers, and after 9 PM is the second video of the day. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.